So we're officially live, or I'm live anyways. So we're just kind of waiting on Loki here. He keeps getting cut off on me. Having some issues with his Google stuff. So hopefully he gets that taken care of. Let me post to everything. So we got that.
I'm back. Okay, I'm kind of back.
And we're also live, by the way. So
all right, hi guys. So it is October 15th, 2015. That is ThorTV, and this is Loki Hates You. And oh boy, am I frustrated with Gmail right now. It is just the greatest. It will not let me open both a chat with ThorTV and the document that I need for the questions that you guys have asked. So we may have to do your questions.
I gotta see what I got.
Yeah.
Oh wow, already a bunch of people in here.
There you go. And I'm gonna just share this on Tumblr real quick.
Yamara. I know I said that right this time.
And there you go.
For once. I've slaughtered it in 2 unboxing videos.
I ain't gonna say nothing. La 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 la.
Gotta go to my tea. Oh, questions. I guess I should be looking at that, huh? Either you're reading questions or you froze again. It's so funny because he gets these goofy looks on his face and then it just freezes on that look. I know you guys can't see it. It's funny. All right, so questions. Questions. Wait, let me get these phones out of my pocket because they're bugging me. Haha, see, I said it right. So Bill is gone again. That's 3 times now. The first 2 times we weren't even live yet. So somebody wrote anonymously, if you guys want questions, you could run playthrough of Impossible Quiz. That would be fun to watch. I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about it. And I really don't want questions. I like sitting here and rambling about nothingness and staring off into the ceiling and having nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing.
We got it. I'm here. Hey! I'm back, everybody. All right, I'm going to create a new document under this account, and we're going to have our questions, and it's not going to sign me out, goddammit. It's just not going to do it to me this time, because I need it not to. So, here we go. Just copy that shit in there. And good. And this. And I'm going to pop this window out of here. Bring it over to, I don't know, let's say the right. All right, and we just saw everyone applaud. That's good. Okay, bring this out. Got that. I don't mean to waste everyone's time. I just can't believe how bad I am at everything. It's so bad, and I'm just awful.
Okay. I am here to waste everybody's time.
You're doing great. I want to say you're nailing it today, and I love that about you. And I am the worst. Oh boy. Okay. So wow, a lot of comments. All right, we'll start with that in a minute. I'll say hi to everybody once we finish this first round of questions. So We do have some news, but we'll maybe discuss that in a little bit. Or at least I have some news. I have some news about the PO box, which concerns both of us.
You know what? No, I want to know about that because last night I clicked on something. I don't know if you were live at some point. I don't know if it was live when I clicked on it, but I watched for about a minute and a half, and you were talking about PO box problems. But I don't know what's going on. I know nothing about it.
So everybody's been telling me, "Hey, we're sending you these packages. It's supposed to be in Tuesday, Wednesday, you know." And sure enough, Tuesday, Wednesday passes, and nothing arrives. But I went in today, and I went during the posted hours, which are from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The PO box window is open for 1.5 hours a day.
Holy crap!
And that's the clerk who actually sorts things into PO boxes. You can still pick up packages for the rest of the day when the post office is open. Okay, so here's what I found out. When I applied for the PO box, it was online. And I also had a paper form. So what you have to do is apply online, you can pay online, and then you have to fill out a form and print it out and then bring it into the post office. Well, I, being a smart guy, had this paper form, and I was like, well, I don't have to print anything out. I'll just fill out this form and bring it in. Sure enough, I bring it into the post office. They're like, you paid for it online? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, and you're bringing us this piece of paper? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, we can't take this. You have to do the one that you print off the website. So I was like, all right. So I drove all the way.
Have it.
Well, it has to be printed off the website from where you originally filled it out and paid for it. So I went home, I logged back into the site, I found the information, I printed it out, I go back. It's almost identical. It's formatted a little bit differently. It's all the exact same information. But on the written paper, I had put that the name on the PO box would be mine, yours, a couple other people in the neighborhood who can pick up mail in case I'm out, and Loki Hates You and ThorTV. Apparently, I didn't do that online. So what I found out today was anything that comes in from my real name, which is not actually what I want things coming in as, the guy will take. Anything coming in labeled Loki Hates You, he was planning on sending back in the next like 2 days. And so he has these, I'm like, yeah, I finally have a slip in my box. Can I pick up my package? And he's like, well, yeah, let me go look and see what you got. And he's holding these 2 packages, and he goes, do you have any other names that you might be accepting packages under? And I'm like, yeah, Loki Hates You. And he's like, yeah, well, that's not written in your description for your PO box. And I'm like, man, it was such a goddamn hassle getting this fucking thing. Like, so now I had to have him write, like, I had to take a piece of paper from his hand and like write like Loki Hates You on it, despite the fact that it's written on the package that he was just holding. So hopefully anything that comes in for Loki Hates You is going to be fine. I'm going to go back in tomorrow.
What about me?
I'm going to go in and make sure ThorTV is covered tomorrow. Anything that comes in under your real name, or if you try to open the box yourself, it won't work. He won't give you the packages. And when you are in town, we have to go to the post office with your license and like your goddamn passport or your birth certificate or like your driver's registration or something. We have to give them photo ID that shows that you're who you are and can pick up packages and have permission for that PO box. So,
yeah,
so complicated. But packages are coming in. We got stuff, guys. It's here. I don't want to necessarily open the stuff yet because I think there's other stuff coming in today. So, I don't know. Maybe at the end of this video, we'll talk about it. But yeah, Thor and I are going to be at ZapCon this coming weekend. So if anyone's in Northern California and you want to take a drive to Fresno, please come and see us. We'll have a table. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing at that table.
I have no idea.
I wanted to be live webcasting the entire time.
You know, that's going to be like impossible. Well, I guess it wouldn't be that bad if we had some good internet.
that's the thing, is that I was like, yeah, for people with tables, do you provide internet? And he's like, well, I think it's provided for, I think you can get it for $10 at the con.
Oh, $10 a day
I
thing.
guess.
I don't think that's at the con. Was it at the con?
I don't know. So when I get there, I'm going to come up on Friday afternoon. We're going to see what the wireless situation looks like. And if it's any good, maybe we'll try to do a webcast pretty much all day from ZapCon in Fresno this coming weekend. We'll just have my laptop running the whole time. Or not. But we'll see.
Whatever works. I'm reading comments. Sorry.
Don't do that. It's not going to help. So, all right. Let's start with some questions because we've been talking about P.O. boxes and ZapCon. So, first question. Hi, Bill. Just got a simple question for you and Steve. It's okay if you don't have time to respond. Anyway, here's the question. Favorite comic book heroes and or series that you're looking forward to reading? Thank you, and you two have a great day. I didn't take down the name of whoever sent this. I think it came in on Facebook. So if this is your question, then sorry I don't have your name.
I have nothing I'm currently reading.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been way behind. I'd like to catch up the probably 120 issues of Spawn that I haven't been able to touch for the last 10 years.
Yeah, that would always be nice.
So that would be cool, but I want to figure out the best way to do that, whether that's seeking out the graphic novels. I've still got a couple of holes in my 1 through 100 collection, I think. So I gotta go back home to Rhode Island, take an inventory of what I need, maybe even start reading the entire series from number 1, and then try and catch up. But I just put every Invincible trade paperback that I don't own onto my wish list, and I'm really looking forward to catching up on that.
Of what?
Invincible?
Oh,
It's an Image Comics comic written by the same guy who writes Walking Dead, but it's a superhero story. It's really cool.
I'm not collecting anything currently.
Well, maybe you should think of something and get it on the wish list, and you can do little comic reviews or something.
Comic reviews. ThorTV's comic reviews.
Yeah, you could put on your robe and have like a bubble pipe and enjoy it.
I saw pipes the other day at a Renaissance fair, and I was thinking about having Thor with a pipe. Like, this would be kind of weird.
Were you at a Ren Fair?
Yeah, on Saturday at in Hollister or Casa di Fruta, something like that.
How did that go for you?
Pretty good. My first Renaissance fair. It was neat. Got sunburnt, but all in all, it was pretty neat seeing all the stuff there. There was a really cool clothes line that I wanted to buy, clothing line of products that were amazing. The cheapest pair of pants was $250.
Yeah, Ren Fair stuff. I mean, Ren Fairs are fun and it's cool to look at all the stuff, but you can just end up spending all the money in the world at a Ren Fair. It's all shops.
Yeah, still neat.
I like it. Last few times I've gone to Ren Fairs, I just didn't have that great of a time. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, next question. Hi there. I have a question for later. Kiki emoticon. That's funny. I could just ask the chat, but I'm here. How fun was it doing those photos with the nerd? Oh, this is a NerdCon photos question.
Mm-hmm.
How fun was it doing the nerdy glasses photos? Because it's not how you usually take photos, have photos taken. I know it was a while ago, but no one has asked about it. So honestly, that photo shoot wasn't really any more fun than any other photo shoot. It's just that I'm not miserable looking. I know that typically when we do Thor and Loki photos, we look pretty serious, and when I did those photos, I wanted to look more nerdy, so it was a lot more like making weird stupid faces and stuff.
I love how a lot of times, like, we'll take pictures and we'll pose, and right after they're done taking a picture, then we'll smile.
Well, yeah, and people think that's really funny that like we're kind of popping in and out. They think we're in character the whole time that we're at con because all the pictures show up and we're like, you know, and we're like making these faces. But what they don't see is that as soon as that camera is done taking that picture, we're just like, hey, it was great to meet you. Like, you know, we're right back into acting normally. So we're not actually speaking and walking and acting like we are, like we're in character at conventions. We're just posing in character.
It would
So,
get annoying.
hmm?
It would get annoying, at least for Thor, because Thor is just like, he has to be so loud and all eyes on me.
Yeah, and being Loki wouldn't work out well because I'd have to be kind of unpleasant to everyone, I think.
So nothing new.
Yeah, like, I mean, there are times at cons where I am kind of a jerk because I'm, you know, hungry or irritated or whatever. But if I had to do that all day, I think we would end up we would have a bad reputation for how we treat people. So we try to be as down to earth as possible when dealing with people who are as down to earth as possible. So let's see. Is Lynn saying that your tweets are in German now? I'm looking
No.
at the chat. I don't know, man.
I don't know what it is. For some reason, when I start the live chat and it automatically sends it to Twitter, and Twitter's doing something. Between YouTube and Twitter, it's changing the language every time. I don't know why.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Well. I mean, people get the point. We're live. No matter what language it is, ThorTV, Loki Hates You live. You still see it.
Just do it. So here's one from Allison. What's your favorite type of weather, and what would you do in that weather? For example, if it's a hot day, would you want to go to the beach?
I like the way it is right now outside. It is cloudy. It just got finished. It rained today at some point last night or whatever. So everything's kind of just wet, but not raining currently. And just cloudy and nice and cool. And I can do anything in that weather.
Yeah.
Especially go to the beach.
Beach on a cloudy day is kind of fun. I would say a little less cloudy, but just as cool. Like if it's like mid to high 70s, if you want to have some clouds in the sky, like maybe big, interesting looking clouds, not complete cloud cover, and not like little wispy garbage clouds. And I think what I do with it is my favorite time of day, I think, is twilight, where it's the end of the day, but nighttime, dusk is just setting in. And I like to just sit around like a campfire on like a patio.
You know, we talked about this before. I had brought that up about dusk being the best part of the day.
Yeah.
And right after that, I got my wish of having dusk all day for like 3 days straight. The only problem is it was from the fires that were going on. So all the smoke was filled in the air. So you're doing nothing. No matter where you turn, you're breathing in tons of smoke. And it was just like that for days.
That's awful.
But it had that dusk, you know, feel to it all day.
Yeah. That's scary. That's really scary that a fire can cause the sky to change.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But yeah, I like a nice, relaxing, cool sort of, well, not cool, still warm evening. Just kind of sitting around and bullshitting with people. That's like my favorite kind of way to spend a night, or playing board games or something. Typically, the weather doesn't factor in playing board games, but so yeah, that's how we like the weather to be.
Done some more organizing to my Zombicide last and today.
Oh, I think I'm gonna bring you some my old organizer boxes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like, cause now that I'm emptying out, now that I got this guy here.
Holy hell!
Yeah, this is just zombies and characters, and like that's not even the tiles or any of the little pieces that go on the board for setup. Like,
see, the last 2 days I thought I was being all clever and smart, and I've been using a bunch of different organizers and stuff, kind of like that, not that massive. Instead of building little boxes like you were, actually have organizers, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
now
they're
you're the
working
one
out
doing
pretty well. I'll bring you the ones I got, and if you want to use them, you can use them. Anyways, but where were we? Thank you, Allison, for asking that question. Okay, so this morning I got 3 really like existential questions from an anonymous asker, and I'm pretty sure they were in response to my post about, get your advanced questions in. So
Oh.
we're gonna do 3 real heavy questions from an anonymous person.
Okay.
First one is it easier to love or be loved?
Jesus Christ.
Is it easier to love or be loved?
Easier to be loved. Go with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Because to love yourself usually causes, a lot of problems. But to
yeah,
be
I
loved,
mean,
you don't have to. If you're not returning that love, it's easier to be loved.
so the word love, we're gonna assume this is a romantic love. We're gonna assume there's some sort of interpersonal thing happening that has a physical aspect and has a sexual aspect and has a chemistry aspect. So what I can do is dismiss unrequited love and say, well, it's not love if I'm only being loved and I don't love back, and it's not love if I love someone and they don't love me back, because that's more adoration or whatever, something else. But if you have 2 people who are coming together and are on the same wavelength, that's the easiest thing. But as far as like whether it's easy to have someone have a crush on me or easier to have a crush on somebody else, I guess it's easier for someone to have a crush on me because I can destroy it.
Yeah.
I can
much.
take that and I can end it, whereas if I have a crush on somebody else, I have no control over whether or not they're going to let me off the hook, or they're going to bring me down easy, or they're going to give me a chance.
Or they're going to destroy you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's easier to have someone aiming it at me than it is to have me aiming it at them, but it's a tough situation either way because people's feelings are involved, and if it's not, if it's not complimentary, then it's a bad situation no matter what. Okay, let's move on to the second one.
Heavy hitter number 2.
If money cannot buy happiness, can you ever be truly happy with no money?
Jesus Christ.
All right, so if you have no money, you're broke. You've got nothing.
This depends on your lifestyle. I mean, if we're going to go be monks or something, then it wouldn't matter. But in the, how we live now, we're consumers, and we need stuff to be able to do like the live chat, and we need microphones and computers and internet and all that stuff. So we need money.
I would say in the system that is the planet Earth and the global economy, the chance of being happy without any material possessions or currency is less than 1%. Like, it's a fraction of a percent. Unless you're under the age of, let's say 16. I think it's very easy to be a happy child with no real money. And that's, and you're fine because there's other people who have money around you, but you yourself don't. So I think there's sort of an age limit, unless you're just a person who's extremely dedicated to the idea of transcendentalism. Like, and you're just like, yeah, like, man, I don't need any of that. I just use the wilderness to like provide for my life, man. Which I don't think is going to work out for you.
Yeah. I don't like money. I like stuff. If I can have all the things But that would make me happy. Money doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even the stuff. For me, it's the comfort. Like, if I can wake up in the morning and whatever I own or whatever I don't own or wherever I am, if I can just not feel anxious or pressured or nervous, and like, if I'm just in the company of a place where I feel safe, like, and the people around me are all cool with, me just living my life, I don't need anything. I'm good. So yes, it's a possibility, but it's also a fictional possibility for the most part.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It is fictional.
Unless you're a child, in which case it's a very real possibility. I think there's a lot of very happy kids out there who know nothing about money.
I am a giant man child who needs his toys.
Yeah, well, we're gonna work on getting you into a more toyable place where you can provide that for yourself and your loved ones. All right, number 3. Is it worse to fail at something or never attempt it in the first place?
Never attempt it.
That's the worst thing?
Yeah. I mean, you have to attempt something. You have to, it's my luck that I fail at everything I attempt at least the first time.
Yeah.
So I've never been successful in anything the first attempt.
Well, yeah. And I think the myth of people who are just instantly successful is something that our culture has been spreading maliciously. But here's what I want to say is that there's plenty of things that I just don't care about. And I have the opportunity to try. And I have the opportunity to fail. But honestly, if I don't give a shit about something, I'd rather just not even try. Like, yeah, I mean, there's so many, like, I don't know.
If you don't care about something.
Exactly. But, like, there's so many jobs or dates I could have gone on or things I could have bought or, just opportunities I could have taken. And then I see how those things ended up panning out, whether it's the girl I could have dated who ends up being a nightmare girlfriend to somebody else, or the job I could have applied for that ends up like being a scam and they lay off all their employees and don't pay them for 3 weeks of work. Sometimes I look back and I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't make that move. Like, I'm really happy about that because sometimes the failure costs you more than the lesson learned. And I mean, everything's a gamble, but like if I'm passionate about something and I really want to learn how to do something or experience something, then yeah, I regret not trying. But if it's 9 times out of 10, 9 opportunities out of 10, I don't give a shit that I didn't try because it wasn't something I was interested in to begin with. So I think that is something that needs to be said is you don't have to try everything.
Not every flavor.
Like, are you disappointed that you didn't try out for all the sports team in high school? Like for all the, football team and like
horribly disappointed in something I care nothing about.
Yeah. Exactly. It's because it's like, oh, I could have been a football hero or I could have been a goddamn baseball guy. And it's like, well, yeah, but I don't give a shit. Like, I like not playing baseball.
Exactly.
So I think in the case of things you want to do, of course it's better to try, but in a lot of people are sometimes so encouraging that they will encourage you to try things that you don't even really want to do. All right, we've got Jesus Christ 10 questions from Little Womanly.
Just now?
No, they're all from Tumblr earlier today. We can either do them fast or save them until the afternoon.
Why don't we do like half now and half this afternoon?
You're gonna do 5-er? Let's do 5 of them.
Who is it? Right. Who are these from?
These are from Little Womanly 1 on Tumblr.
Okay.
All right, number 1. What was the first thing you learned to cook? I learned to cook. Let's see. Go back. I guess Maybe ramen. I learned how to boil water to make ramen.
Yeah, actually, that that was the first thing I learned when
I
I
mean,
was.
it depends on cook, like the term cooking. Like,
It's gonna be either that or pancakes.
yeah. My mom taught me to make pancakes when I was a lot younger with Bisquick. I mean, it's pretty easy formula, but
The first
pancakes.
thing I ever learned how to do is make a screwdriver.
Oh my god, that's not good. If you learn how to make a screwdriver before you know how to boil water, that's bad.
Oh yeah.
But mostly breakfast. I learned how to make scrambled eggs.
I think that's all the easy stuff.
Yeah, grilled cheese, bacon, and then I dated a girl, and she had a job and I didn't, and I was living with her for a while. And she was like, "Well, if you're living at home, you got to start cooking meals for when I come home." And I was like, "Okay." So she started basically handing me recipes and being like, "Got to go to the supermarket, get all the food, bring it home, fry it up, have it ready for me." So I got a little cooking experience there. It's
Oh,
funny how,
look at this. So Dead Purple 7 is the one who asked the deep questions.
uh-huh.
And I think we just did her homework for her
Oh wow.
for philosophy 210.
Real
Yeah.
nice. Well,
So now we just did somebody's homework.
hey, just goes to show you, like, schools learning is a lot more fun when there's no pressure to it.
That's
Like,
true.
I liked answering, I don't mind answering that question, but if I knew
But
I
if
was
I,
going to get,
if I went to school and saw those questions on a piece of paper, I'd be like, oh God.
well, because the thing is, you can answer honestly, and when you hand that sheet of paper in, someone's going to tell you if you're right or wrong, and it's like, nah, man, fuck you. Like, that was my answer. You can't get another answer other than my answer.
Yeah, how is there a right or wrong answer for that? Like, how does something like that even get graded? Probably just on your explanation of your answer.
Dude, philosophy is such a fucked subject. Like, I took a philosophy class in college, and I did so bad because you had to, like, it was more learning the different methods, different other people's philosophies, and applying that logically to things. And it was like, man, if I wanted to learn how to think like somebody else, I would fucking just shoot myself in the brain and hope to wake up in a different life. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. All right, next one's easy. Number 2. What was your first paying job?
Security guard.
I think I worked with my mom. My mom had her own business for a long time, and I used to go in on Saturdays, and she would
Does
throw me
that count?
$20.
I don't. That doesn't count because I could just say I worked for my dad.
I mean, did he pay you?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's still like filling out an application and getting an actual paycheck. It's just like, here's a couple bucks, get out of my face.
In that case, it was Walmart. I worked in the Walmart toy section for about 2 weeks, and it was just soul crushing. It was awful. They just were like, basically, we're required to have this many employees. Go stand in the toy section, and we're eventually going to call you up to ring the register, and you're going to be terrible at it.
I mastered that register.
I hate ringing.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. And I told them as soon as I got hired there that I never, like, don't put me at a register. I can't stand still.
Did you also do Walmart?
Yeah, in
Oh,
Las Vegas.
Jesus.
So I did that for almost 5 months. The worst
Anything
relationship of my life.
Yeah, guys, don't go to Walmart for a job. They're terrible, and don't let them keep doing what they're doing. They're paying people really low amounts of money to do a decent day's work. It's not right. Okay. What word do you love the sound of? You're a son of a bitch. I like perspicacity. I like surfactant. I like inversely and conversely, as well as concave and convex. I like all those words.
I feel like you're just picking out big words.
Yeah. I like using all those words.
You don't even like the sound of the words. You're just like, I want to show you how good my vocabulary is right now.
I do. I totally, but that's why I like them. I mean, I could also say I actually don't like cuddle or nuzzle or snuggle. Like, they're all very cute words that I don't think very accurately describes what human beings do with each other. I think it describes like what puppies do because they're soft enough to really fit into the word. But like, nice words often don't rub me the right way because they're either too nice or not nice enough. So I like really technical words.
I got nothing. I don't know.
What about like douchebag?
Douchebag.
Like, sometimes you just get a kick out of swear words, like
vagina.
But that's not a swear. That's a lovely word. I like that word. What about like dog? Dog brings up good memories.
Voluminous.
Voluminous. All right, I'll take that. That's nice. Voluminous. Oh man, when I went to see the Crimson Peak screening, I was like talking that way for a good 15 minutes about like, excuse me, is this the hat of a people with goggles on? Because you see, tonight I've brought my top hat with 8 pairs of goggles. Like,
nobody shot you, huh?
No, all the steampunks were there, and they're like, they're all dressed up and they had things they didn't need attached to their bodies. Steampunk makes me mad.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, steampunk. There's a word I don't like. Okay. Number 4. If your life had a soundtrack, what song would you pick for it?
I got this. I know this. I know this song. It's by Stained. Oh no, that's my funeral song.
Now that we're so far away.
Who's that?
And I fucking got to think today.
You know, at a medium pace.
Stained song, huh?
Stained song is offered their new album. Oh, where are you? Well, that'd be my funeral song.
Jesus Christ, that's depressing.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Something
to remind you. Good song.
That's a Nickelback song.
No, Stained. I'm looking at it on my iTunes.
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
No, not that song. No.
Not like you, say sorry, what we're not doing, hurry. Oh God, it's so fucking easy to sing that shit. Anyways, that was like a mariachi fail. That wasn't even.
I don't think that was the right one.
No, that's not it either.
I don't know.
Where did you get this shit from?
They're on the Google Hangout. They're just right here. You know how I would click on the things and it'd put little devil horns and stuff on us?
Yeah.
Well, I kept scrolling over and there was some sound effects on there.
Oh, weird. Remove all effects. Headwear, eyewear, facial hair, props, sound. Ooh, sounds.
Yep.
I
Ah.
found them. Ooh, guys. All right. What were we? What was going on?
We're playing with sound effects. There needs to be more. This is my complaint.
Soundtrack to my life. Would be I would have to find a really fast, heavy dubstep song that had silly samples in it. Like, I want something that's funny, but also, like, determined.
I'm going to go with... You see why I shouldn't have showed you the sound effect.
Sure shouldn't have.
The Way of the Fist by Five Finger Death Punch.
Wow, that's a lot of fist references in one song title.
No, The Way of the Fist is the name of the song. The band is Five Finger Death Punch.
Five Finger Death. That's the most violent, like, combination of things you could possibly have.
Yes.
That is badass. All right. This will be number 5, and we'll do 6 through 10 in the afternoon. What's your favorite day of the week? I feel like there's only a few choices you can make on this one.
Thursday? Today's day? The day of all days? My day?
I think it might be Friday. No, is that too cliche?
Just pick Monday. Nobody else will.
Yeah.
You'll just own that. You'll be the only person in the world who owns Monday.
Maybe Saturday. Saturday is a day when you've just had a good night, you wake up late, you can still have a long night ahead of you, and not have to worry about tomorrow. If you're working a job where you don't have to work on Sunday, and you don't, if you're working a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job. So let's say Saturday, just because it's universally, I think, one of the most relieving.
I don't
the fact that it's in your lap like that. Oh dear. Let's see what else we got. Backgrounds. How's this work? Hold on a second.
What? Oh yeah, the background thing.
I have a sand. Oh, I got a green shirt on. It's like green.
Well, no, it doesn't go by green screen. It actually just goes by. It's supposed to whatever's actually moving.
So much sand. Someone buried me in the sand, guys. Help me. I can't get out of the sand. Now I am the water man guy.
You look like some type of god.
Get off. Get off. Oh god, get up. All right, enough of
that. Actually, I kind of like this.
It's a good look for you. It's very dashing.
Not too bad.
Okay. So, all right. I'm starting from the beginning. We're going to see if we can get a few questions.
Okay.
Thor's coffee already. I could make a Tumblr, but everyone tells me that Tumblr will take my life. Yeah, Dead Purple, Tumblr will take your life. Just got this yesterday. Oh no, Dead Purple, you got return to sender stuff? I'm sorry. I guess it's my fault for not straightening out this name thing earlier.
Who'd you send stuff to?
She sent stuff to our P.O. box. But it was labeled as Loki Hates You, so it got sent back because I didn't properly configure the Loki Hates You name on there. So stupid. Should have had prints made. The prints thing is not completely out of the spectrum of reality. We're going to see what we can do for ZapCon.
Hey, guess who I am now? No? Nothing?
Director Fury?
Yeah!
Oh, or Dad. Are you trying to be Dad?
That's good. Mm.
Might actually miss this one. I was thinking of sending you guys a Spawn figure. Oh no. Yeah, don't worry about sending us Spawn toys. We don't need any more toys. Where can Danny Hay get that Thor cup? Looks like it came off of Amazon, right?
That Thor cup came off of Amazon. You go to Amazon.com, type in Thor coffee cup, and you'll find it.
Joanna says she's going to her first con soon. Is there any required items you'd suggest bringing, like sewing supplies, band-aids?
Goggles. You'll need goggles.
Yeah, bring your snorkels.
Dude, there's a lot of diving.
I would say just bring a phone charger is the big thing. Bring a phone charger. Bring some cash. Limit yourself on the cash. If you can only spend $100, only bring $100. And that way you won't have any problem dealing with the vendors. And I don't know, a couple power bars wouldn't hurt, and a bottle of water. But if you're in a costume, that's a totally different situation. Like, you may need a repair kit. You may just not want to carry anything at all, because then you'll end up carrying it all day. But a backpack, a good comfortable backpack, is certainly better than those like garbage like plastic bags they'll give you. What do you feel that you need to bring to a con?
What was your answer? I wasn't really paying attention.
Bottle of water, some power bars, $100 in cash if that's how much you can spend.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, if you can bring your own food and water, do that, because that's where all your money is gonna go, is for food and water.
Yeah.
I mean, a bottle of water is gonna be like $5 anywhere you go, and food is outrageous. And if you can just get some bottled water before you come down to any convention, put everything into a backpack, stuff around.
But my number one thing was a phone charger, portable phone charger.
Oh yeah, one of those too. I've never had one.
There you go.
You have one?
I have one. Yeah, I keep it in a little blue case, but it's usually in my car, not actually on me. Computer crashed, had to start it again. Hey, Jen. In the building during twilight time. Had the Dusky from Munchkin. Hi, everyone. Hello. I already had a feeling about these deep questions. How about the love of one's pet? Unconditional love. Yeah, I mean, a love that a pet has for a person is unconditional. That's true. But, like, it's hard to say whether it's easier to have your pet love you or just to love your pet without your pet loving you. I guess that's possible. You can have a pet that doesn't love you. That's more of a zoo, though. You know? Childhood rocks. Read somewhere that making $80,000 a year is the peak of being happy after all that goes downhill. Would you guys rather live off the grid? What do you think? You think you could make it living off the grid?
I think for a short time. Like, I can't imagine myself doing that for the rest of my life. Like maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month at the most.
Yeah, I think I could make it like you said, probably about a month.
And then I need to come back, or I'll probably go crazy.
I mean, I could live the rest of my life without the internet, but it wouldn't be an easy transition. Like, I would definitely complain about it a lot.
I would die without the internet.
Yeah. I don't think
hey, look! I found something you want.
Give me dirt. Give me it. Oh, I can do this. Give me... Yeah! Ha!
How dare you take it?
Oh. So nice. I like this. Oh, yeah. All right. Do you think the Marvel version of Thor and Loki can speak all the languages of both? Speak all the languages of the world, both because they've lived so long. So, I mean, this is pretty speculative. I was actually thinking about this last night. I was ripping a lot of audio from the Thor movie, and
Maybe it just automatically translates.
It's pretty convenient that Thor comes to Earth and he speaks English with an English accent, and Thanos speaks English, and every alien in Guardians of the Galaxy speaks English. It's the universal language for some reason. But what I think is that in the universe, there's a Babel language that most spacefarers have learned, and that you can understand them, and they can understand you.
Kind of like how English is to the rest of the world. Like in a lot of countries, you're going to find more people that can speak English throughout the world than probably any other language.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a story, really. So it doesn't matter.
Or just the fact, gods can hear and understand all languages. But I don't know about the Guardian of the Galaxy thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else we got? I asked the deep questions, and I wanted to thank you guys. Philosophy, metaphysics. Okay. Would you guys consider yourself signature dish? Oh, what would you consider as your signature dish? The dish you feel that you can do best. Good question.
French toast.
I'd say my bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich is the thing that is the least from a recipe, in that it's so simple to put together. But I'm very particular about the components. So it has to be a certain type of bread, has to be a certain type of bacon, has to be a certain type of cheese. The eggs, I guess organic's better, but yeah, my bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich is the thing that I feel like if I have people over, I want them to enjoy.
Have I had one of those? I've had one of those.
I feel like you have. I feel like you did last time you were here.
Yeah.
Zell? I'm not going to answer that question.
What's the question?
It was a question about Human Centipede.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. We're not going to do that right now.
No.
Let's see. People play the cards you dealt with, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Waiting for Walmart. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Mika. Get out of Walmart. Please, please, please don't be working at Walmart forever. Catalog delivery from door to door in less than a month. Yeah. If honestly
about their stocks or something like went down $11 billion or some junk like that.
I hope Walmart ends up being one of those stores that was enormous for a while but is no longer. Like, I hope that Walmart gives way to much smaller businesses thriving.
They are the #1 business in the world.
No, they need to not be.
Yeah, no shit.
My first job was sacapuntas is Dead Purple's favorite word. Oh dear. Pulchritutinous. Ooh, Brandy likes pulchritutinous. I work as an assistant teacher. Everyone's pitching in their jobs here.
Very sexually sounding words.
Pulchritutinous. How about using a regular word to replace swearing? Yeah, I'm afraid of being confused with a Mormon if I do that. Replacing a regular word with swearing.
What? Why would we do this?
I don't know. I think she's just
I like swearing.
Yeah.
It is my right to swear, and I will do it as often as possible. Shit.
Oh, Jen doesn't like Nickelback. Oh no.
Oh, everybody hates Nickelback. I like a couple of their songs. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. They're just pretty standard alt rock. Wow. All right. A lot of catching.
Making money.
Got 4 minutes. I got to catch up on about 300 lines of dialogue. Sound like
Good luck on that.
his neighbor.
Play Cards Against Humanity. Have
Yes.
we played that? Like, have
Yeah.
we played?
No,
Yeah.
but we could. If
We
you can
could.
figure out how to work that website, yes, we can play the Being Dixie or whatever it's called, Zizzy or something.
You'll have to send me a link to the website.
Can I have the weekend? I work days I've got school on Tuesday. It's weekends. Yeah, Mika, if you're working at Walmart, you're not going to get any weekends. Half the goof. Unless you're like an old woman who comes in and like learns how to do the one thing that no one else can do, and then you're like, I'm not going to work on the weekends! And then you just don't. For some reason, there's always at a retail store some old woman who just has them by the balls and makes whatever demands she wants. And she works whatever days she wants, and she just like tells the fucking manager what she wants to do, and the manager does it. I can't stop laughing. Brains from the
I gotta catch up on stuff, and
What's
I got video. Like, there's some things to answer on Tumblr. I got a bunch of things because I've just kind of been out of it the last few days, week.
Well, you've been in a lot of pain too, so I don't blame you.
Oh my god, it was. I had to go back because the grafting came out.
Oh God!
Well, it's just like all it is like. Well, I found out what the grafting was too yesterday, which is funny. So it's just like a powdered, like it's ground up bone.
Yeah.
And then they mix it with your DNA, your blood, and then they put it into the hole. Well, it just kind of like started coming out. So I had to get it done again, which is no big deal. That stuff is not painful at all. You feel nothing. But what he had to do this time was put a membrane over the hole. The problem with that, to put something over the hole means splicing open your gums, pulling them away from your face, putting the membrane down, and putting your gums back. And that leaves you, once your gums start getting messed with and cut and scraped or anything like that, that's where the tremendous, unbearable amount of pain comes from. Like, I didn't even leave the dentist office before I was already in pain. That's the Novocaine wouldn't hold back the pain from that for very long. It's horrifying.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
What type of dental work have you had done?
I've had my wisdom teeth out, but I was gone for that. Like they just knocked me out and I was down.
It's really, at least my experience, I've had a root canal done. I've had 3 wisdom teeth taken out, all at different times. So one at each time.
Mm-hmm.
And then having this root taken out and then having the bone grafting put in, all of that stuff, great. Not really any pain. But yeah, no, once they start messing with your gums, it's a whole different area. Like, there's so many nerves. It's bad.
All right, well, it's now officially 1 o'clock, everybody, and that's been 1 hour.
Oh no, well, come on, 20 more minutes of this.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Feel my pain, goddammit.
Oh. I hate that. I hate thinking about this. So, yeah, are you available for 6 to 8?
Let's do it.
All right. So, guys, we're going to be back at 6 p.m. We've got at least 5 more questions to answer in the reserve folder. And if anybody else wants to talk about anything, or if we missed anything this session, please feel free to text it to us in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through Twitter, Tumblr, or
When are we
Facebook.
going to shoot in the boxes? You got boxes today.
Let me do that. Let me do that this afternoon. Because more mails. This is just what I picked up from the post office. More mail's going to come in by like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Wow, you're really bad with suspense, huh?
Well, I got nothing else to do.
I'm a pleasure delayer. I like to wait for it.
Jeez. That's it. All right. Now we're officially done.
All right.
We're done
Everybody,
with the podcast.
we'll see you at 6 o'clock.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Miss you.